let's tell everybody that in Italy, people are not chomping down on apple pies for dessert. Dessert in Italy is usually frutta, and frutta fresca, like we have here, with cheese and pears. Is that not right?
That is correct.
Okay, so here we have just fresh figs and pears. So what would you do with, let's say, a young pecorino? Here's a young pecorino cheese, maybe like a marzolino when it's made, you know, in the springtime. What would you have with that?
Well, obviously, if you have a young cheese, and especially if you have fresh fruit, you want to have a white wine.
Okay.
And
oh, really? I'm surprised by that. I would have thought with the figs you could have red, but
you
no.
could have red. I mean, you can have, frankly, you can have red with everything. You know. But I think if you're really trying to pair the food with the wine, a white wine would be great with that, and especially an aromatic white wine.
Okay.
Aromatic means that it comes from a grape, either Malvasia or a Moscato.
Malvasia is an old Roman grape.
It's it's a very ancient grape, and Moscato, it's also very aromatic. This particular one, in keeping with our southern theme, is from this tiny region called Basilicata.
Basilicata, where nobody ever visits.
Nobody ever goes. There are almost no people there, but there is wonderful wines.
Wonderful wine. It's a fairly poor region, wouldn't we say?
It's the poorest region in Italy, as a matter of fact.
So are really good wines coming out of Basilicata today?
Yes, yes. Wow. There is a huge volcano. It's called the Vulture. And whenever you have volcanoes, you usually have very intriguing wines because the roots pick up all the minerals and nutrients which are in the soil. And the wines are very intense. So this is Moscato. You know, the Moscato has got a lot of this orange blossom, peachy type of flavors. So I think this goes wonderfully well with fresh fruit.
So let's try it.
Let's try it.
Yep.
The name of this producer is Venosa.
Venosa. I'm going to cut up one of these beautiful fresh figs. This is always a treat.
Now that one I will eat.
Okay. All right. I got right to the heart of the matter, right? Okay. So there is a beautiful, perfectly ripe, fresh fig. This seems like it's going to be lighter than the first white wine we saw. It looks lighter.
It is lighter.
Is there a little fizz to it?
Only because it was just bottled. Very often in Italy, we bottle the white wines with a little bit of CO2 to help them preserve freshness. Okay. And then it will blow off 6 months or 4 months after the wine is in bottle.
All right. Well, you go ahead and try the fig. I'm going to try it with this wine. Perfectly ripe.
In Italy, we have both black figs and white figs.
This is very delicate.
Very delicate.
Very delicate, very light.
Yes.
Absolutely delicious.
Now,
I really like that.
This is not a sweet wine. This is just an aromatic wine. There is a big difference between aromatic and sweet.
And should we serve this at a cooler temperature?
I like the room temperature because the wine, you know, chill numbs the wine. If you have it at room temperature, the wine will express itself a lot more. Well,
Leonardo, you have been a joy in my kitchen. I want to say chin chin.
And salute.
And salute. So, there you have it. Now you know how to pair cheese and wine.